Hello everyone, Ravi here. Now we are going to listen to podcast news which includes articles related to education and career development. While walking in the morning or evening, while cooking, cycling or during free time you can listen. It will enhance your learning and understanding of various accents and pronunciations. Listening improves the quality of communication and comprehension. Before going ahead, I would like to welcome you all to the virtual school. A new way of learning and teaching, with the vision of let's grow together. Our mission is to learn how to learn and teach how to teach. So stay tuned. And here we go. Confidence is the key. With the UPSC Civil Services interview being postponed, candidates can use this time to prepare well. See Sailendra Babu. With the interview for the UPSC Civil Services exam being postponed, candidates should continue to be in training mode. Considering the severity of the pandemic's second wave, this test could even be held online. Headed by a chairman and 4 members, the board's responsibility is to assess the suitability of a candidate for the highest services in the government. Assessing personality. The interview is a test of personality and includes mental alertness, critical power of assimilation, clear and logical exposition, balance of judgment, variety and depth of interest, ability of social cohesion and leadership, and intellectual and moral integrity. It is always better to have a reasonable and rational answer to questions like why the candidate chose the Indian Administrative Service. One could say that he/she was attracted by the challenges and the responsibilities in government service, and the opportunities for self-development. A narrative of an emotional meeting with an IAS officer could be misinterpreted as manufactured. There are always questions on one's hobbies. In the detailed application form, DAF, many do not apply their minds when filling in hobbies. Talking to the elderly is one such entry. When asked why not younger people, the candidate struggles to answer. For those who enter reading as a hobby, it may help to read a few books before the interview. Candidates should familiarize themselves with the current happenings, the farm laws, the COVID-19 pandemic, the recently concluded assembly elections, and so on. One may examine the pros and cons of an issue but avoid questioning the government's policies or its implementation. Expressing sentiments of regional parochialism or linguistic chauvinism would also be counterproductive. Play it cool. Candidates who opted to interview in a regional language can impress the board by answering in English, if they are reasonably comfortable with it. However, this is not a serious impediment provided he/she has a persuasive body language and the confidence to put forth accurate information. The candidate's integrity is assessed by the accuracy of his/her answers and body language. Therefore, a candidate may gain by saying that he did not know the answer to a particular question. To be at peace with oneself is an expression of confidence. During this extended period of opportunity offered by the pandemic, candidates should go through the transcripts of previous interviews, gather information, analyze it, and forge answers to every possible question. In my experience of conducting mock interviews, I have noticed that candidates exhibit anxiety when a cross-examination is made. Their body language changes and gives the impression that they have lost confidence in themselves. Therefore, candidates should attend multiple mock interviews and gain control over their emotions. Banishing fear is the real challenge, as it can shatter confidence. After all, confidence is the key to success in the interview. The writer is a Director General of Police and the author of the Principles of Success in Interview. www.sailendrababu.com. Webinars on Career Guidance. Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, HITS, in association with the Hindu Group, will host a series of webinars to provide expert career guidance to students of classes 10, 11, and 12. The first session is on engineering innovation, product development and startups. The speakers are Dr. S.N. Sridhara, Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Dr. Yajulu Medury, Vice Chancellor, Mahindra University, Hyderabad, and Rajneesh Mittal, Head of Technology and Content UNext Learning. The session will be moderated by Sujatha, Deputy Editor, reporting The Hindu. On June 4th at 4 p.m. To register, visit http://bit.ly/hist1. Why immersive learning works? By putting the learner into an environment that simulates the real-world use of the skills they are learning, it helps achieve superior outcomes. Free Peak. Krishna Kumar. The emergence of new technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, has helped bring a massive evolution in e-learning, enabling a far more immersive learning experience. This puts the learner into an environment that simulates the real-world use of the skills they are learning and is familiar in foreign language instruction, where instructors and course material use only the target language. Similarly, it greatly accelerates learning other skills since it involves teaching the learner the context in which they will use those skills. By incorporating all four modes of learning, visual, auditory, written, and kinesthetic, it helps achieve far superior learning outcomes. Increased engagement. Such an environment increases learner attention and engagement since it allows learners to encounter lifelike work situations, including interacting with the environment. For instance, for skills that have a kinesthetic component, such as manual assembly, movement through a workplace, or face-to-face workplace interaction, immersive learning enables learners to experience the work environment and practice the physical elements of the skills through AR/VR tools. For skills that don't involve a kinesthetic component, immersive learning will include computer simulations of environment and how the work product functions to make it more effective and engaging. Learn by doing. An immersive environment helps turn study material and live lessons into actual practice of the skills. For example, a programming platform that simulates the target systems the software will run on will reflect the kinds of problems the learner will encounter in actual work. The learning platform supports the instructional part of the curriculum, including the study materials and the live virtual classrooms, and the experiential component through hands-on programming labs and simulations that enable students to apply their new skills. Interactivity. It provides real-time responses to the steps the learner takes to give immediate feedback on technique and knowledge. For instance, learning social media management skills in an immersive learning environment includes testbed or sandboxed accounts on the social media platforms and tools being studied. The environment also contains simulations that let learners see how the tools and platforms react to different strategies. I can power this interactivity and create responses for the learner that closely mimic real-world behavior. On-demand repetition. It allows the learner to repeat each learning experience as many times as needed to reach proficiency, making it an extremely effective tool. It also lends itself well to bootcamp learning styles that typically include intense, short-term courses that focus on great speed and high-impact learning. With further advances in experiential technologies and AI, online learning can be transformed into a superior immersive experience. The writer is founder and CEO of SimplyLearn. Manage your semester's tips to help make the most of a virtual college life. Free Peak. Aishwarya Singh. With the world shifting to online education, virtual semesters can be a big adjustment after spending more than a decade in physical classrooms. Though this may not be what you had hoped for, here is how you can make the most of it. Academics. A decent grade point will reflect on your resume and stay with you for life. So, make a separate area of study at home, preferably not in your bedroom, and ensure you create a proper environment. Don't compromise on listening in classes or making notes. Turn your cameras on during classes. Find peer groups and fix specific times when you discuss your progress and clear doubts with them. Social routine. Not being physically present is a challenge, but, thanks to social media, we are connected 24/7. Despite this, fix a time slot for your group to meet on a video call, plan game nights, regular chat sessions, and so on. This will help you mentally as well. For those in the first year, this can be tough, but it is important. Talk to new people, reach out, and get to know your benchmarks and teachers. Don't sit alone. Internships. These play a huge role in teaching you practical life skills, and are perfect opportunities to explore your interests. This is also a good time to get internships in institutions where travel might have been an issue. Even if the experience is online, don't miss out. Write to professors in foreign universities, apply for company internships, work in startups and see if you can juggle internships and your classes. Extracurricular activities and leadership roles. Not only do these develop specific skills, but also other qualities such as working in teams, time management, presenting yourself, leading teams, and so on. Look out for opportunities online, follow the club pages, participate in online competitions, discuss new events you can execute with your friends. The methodology may be different but the end result is the same, a more confident version of you. Time management. One of the most important skills to build during college years is to manage time between all these aspects. Time management can be difficult since everything has to be done on laptops only. Hence, you need to draw stricter boundaries here. Planning ahead and avoiding distractions is the key. Don't try to multitask a lot, and give due time to each of your tasks. What experiences can teach how an executive MBA can give working professionals that much needed edge? Free peek. Gary Stockport. For decades, an executive MBA, EMBA, has been a popular way of upgrading a working professional's knowledge and skills. A part-time postgraduate qualification, it is typically conducted on weekends and weeknights, with the goal of building general management and leadership capability. During COVID-19, the shift to online learning has led to a huge growth in student enrollment at some B schools. While most managers choose to do an EMBA from an egocentric, self point of view, how will I become a better manager and leader? Sharing experiences as a source of learning is also important from an allocentric, joint point of view. Here are a few reasons why. Educational background. Those undertaking an EMBA come from a wide variety of educational backgrounds: the arts, commerce, engineering and technology, science, and so on. This is important as it enables multi-educational learning perspectives. Multiple sectors. EMBA students work in different sectors such as aviation, banking, entertainment and media, healthcare, manufacturing, oil and gas, and services, among others. Through sharing experiences, students can learn about what is happening in many industries, and judge whether that learning can be applied to their own job role. Many could be specialists such as accountants and engineers, whereas others could be generalists. What is important is for them to learn from each other. For example, non-marketing persons can learn from those with marketing expertise. Work experience. EMBA students typically need a minimum 3 years work experience, but cohorts generally average at least 10. Thus, a class of 30 would have an incredible 300+ years of work experience to share. This provides a huge hotbed to learn from past and present decisions, and overlaying this with models, frameworks, theory to help better understand and inform these decisions. Networking. Studying provides a huge opportunity to network within and across cohorts as well as with alumni. This provides a huge opportunity to share and learn. Benefits. What are the likely benefits of all the above examples? Clearly, such diversity will likely lead to a high quality of learning, whether this is through listening and debating with others during a case study analysis in class, doing an in-class group assessment, or through a major group strategy type consulting assignment for an organization. The intended outcome is to make students better managers and leaders. The writer is Dean, EMBA, and Professor, Strategy at SP Jain School of Global Management. Funds in place. How can you ensure a stress-free study abroad process? Free peek. Mayank Sharma. The risk of financial burden deters many from applying to foreign colleges. Fortunately, there are many ways to fund your study abroad plans. Here are some options. Scholarships. These are grants awarded to a student based on different factors such as merit, sports, and others. Consider it as your first port of call for funding, as it does not come with the obligation to pay the money back. Student loans. Generally, loans are taken from banks and money lenders, but this may require collateral or a guarantor. While some new platforms have come up that follow other models, student loans involve a substantial amount. Therefore, one needs to research and evaluate various options, keeping in mind the pros and cons of each. Part-time employment. While studying abroad, a part-time job can help pay extra bills. Students can easily spare a few hours a week from their university schedules and work various jobs, teaching research assistants under university professors, to cover their living expenses or tuition fees. Student prizes. Many universities have awards for best academic performer, best dissertation paper, and for other such criteria. Depending on the university and the currency, the amount may vary, but it will help provide some financial relief. Internships. Higher education programs such as an MBA allow students to pursue internships between the first and second years. These often are well paid and will help take care of a substantial part of the second year's living tuition expenses. A good performance in the internship could also lead to a job offer. Avoid pitfalls. While the above points will help you plan your finances, you also need to ensure that you do not fall victim to scams. Here are a few tips. Undisclosed additional cost. A respected loan lender will include only interest and principal in the repayment conditions. However, a fraudster will add unnecessary costs or services into the process. Talk to the enrollment officer. Many loan lenders proudly list the schools they work with on their websites. Confirm this with the enrollment officer of the school you are applying to. Speak to others. Lenders will have customer reviews on their websites. But connect with seniors or other students to find out more and to confirm the authenticity. Money flow. With money laundering cases on the rise, a student may need transparency from a lender to understand their loan process. Ideally, the money should be disbursed directly to the school, which will retain the tuition fee and pass the balance to the student for living and other expenses. The writer is Country Head of India, Prodigy Finance. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video as podcast. Do like, share and comment. Press the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get new notifications. Thank you. Take care and stay safe. God bless you all. Jai Mabadi. To download news and editorials in MP3, follow us on Telegram, Virtual School. The link is provided in the description below.